What's up, y'all? It's Nate Almighty, and I'm back with another Power Book Full Force Season 3 / Power Book 2 Ghost Season 3 Theory. And let's discuss Kate Egan, let's discuss Tommy, well, a little bit of Tommy, and let's discuss JP, as I theorize that Kate Egan in Season 3 of Power Book 2 Ghost was back from Chicago after her relapse that we clearly saw in the finale of Power Book Full Force. She was all the way back in Ghost, packing up to move in with JP in the most current Ghost timeline, which is about 3 to 6 months ahead of the Force timeline. As I said before, and I'll say it again, the Force timeline is 3 to 6 months after whatever happens in Ghost. So that means that when you see Tommy go to talk to Tariq in Ghost last season, that will be in Force Season 3. When you see Kate Egan talking to Tariq in Ghost Season 3, that will be in Force Season 3. Now, the reason why I theorized that Kate Egan was back after her relapse, packing up to move in with JP, is for the simple fact of this. Being that in Force, you see that JP was taking care of her while she was in the hospital. He was waiting for her, making sure she was all right. Okay? He tells Tommy, stay away from us, stay away from mommy, stay away from my son Darnell. We don't need you. We're good. What is the next evolution of this situation? You have to know that Season 3 of Force, we are going to see JP with Kate Egan. And sometime after she heals up and she's back out of the hospital, at some point you have to know that JP is just going to tell Kate Egan to go back to New York, pack her things, and come back to Chicago and stay with him as he's working on getting his son back in the house, or at least everyone getting back on speaking terms, because we all know the horrendous way D-Mac left the house during the season finale. And also, it's very possible that around this time, Tommy and Kate Egan have somewhat made up. Because if you also can recall, she had to at least been on speaking terms with Tommy in order to give him the letter. Unless she got the letter and gave the letter to JP, and then JP gave it to him. You know what I'm saying? But it's very much more likely that a little bit of time after Kate Egan gets out of the hospital and she's working on staying clean, or at least not doing the powder no more, because she's getting too old to do the powder. Right? She says, I'm gonna pack up and I'm gonna move in with my son. That's the next general progression, because there's really nothing for Kate Egan in New York City. There's nothing for her. You know, she's at a place where her enemies or potential enemies knows where she lives. She's at a place where none of her family is there. We now know her family comes from Chicago. So she would actually be going back home by moving back to Chicago. Okay, then they can develop the story there. We can already tell that JP has already forgiven Kate Egan. And he's even shown since season 1 that he wants to have his mother in his life. So we're going to see the Kate Egan and JP's dad, the reconciliation with that. We're going to see a little bit of that next season. I believe that a new love interest is going to come into JP's life in season 3. Kate Egan will be there for that. when D-Mac needs JP for whatever reason, and JP comes in the clutch for him, they're gonna squash things. They're gonna reconcile. K. Egan to be there for that. And I also believe that either season 3 or sometime in season 4, we're probably going to see Kate Egan die. Whether it's a drug-related thing or she just gets up there in age, I believe we're going to see something like that. So I think they're going to wrap it up for Kate Egan in another season or 2 and let her be in Chicago. I think that's exactly what's going to happen. But yeah, I think that we're going to see Kate Egan say, I'm going to New York to pack my things. And that will be the time where we seen in Ghost Season 3 where Tariq was looking for Tommy and all of that. I got more videos and theories coming up to deal with the timeline and things that were going on around that time. But let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.